everybody, welcome back to another hook toss game TBR. And as always, I have my faithful hook toss board right here, and I will be throwing these little rubber rings around the hooks and hopefully, hit it, make them stick on there, and get a prompt off the board, and I will choose a book that correlates to it so that I can put it on my TBR. And if I hit the same number 3 times, there's numbers on the board by each prompt. If I hit the same number 3 times, I will add another throw. So for this month, I think I'm going to put 7 books because, July reading went really well, August went pretty darn good as well, and I did have vacation for the entire month of July, and I was on vacation for big parts of July and August, so that might be why, but I'm gonna do this. Okay, so September TBR. This will be throw number 1. Yes. So the prompt was book with flower on the cover. Book with flower on the cover. And for this one I chose A Place Called Perfect by Helena Duggan. It has several flowers on the cover. And my friend Jamie really loves this series, so I feel like I should just give it a shot. And we follow Violet, and she never wanted to move to Perfect, which is apparently a place, who wants to live in a town where everyone has to wear glasses to stop them going blind, and who wants to be neat and tidy and perfectly behaved all the time. Violet quickly discovers there's something weird going on in town. She keeps hearing voices, her mom is acting strange, and her dad has disappeared. When she meets Boy, she realizes that her dad is not the only person to have vanished, and that the mysterious watchers are guarding a perfectly creepy secret. So it sounds amazing, and I really want to read it now. I don't know why I haven't, but it's so bent out of shape. Throw number 2. Sorry, Voldemort. That was so totally on. What the hell? And the prompt was book that starts with the. And then book that starts with the. I chose The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. Everybody and their mother seems to really enjoy this book. It has beautiful illustrations. It's also a very beautiful shiny cover. And I don't know a lot of this, but the main character, Marinka, her grandmother is Baba Yaga, and she dabbles with magic and stuff, and their house keep on uprooting them and moving, and Marinka is tired of that life, so she just wants to stay in the one place. So shit happens. Everybody seems to love Sophie Anderson's books. I do have the girl who speaks bear, which is book 2 in this sort of standalone series. So I just need to get on with it. Throw number 3. It went so well. That's the number. And the prompt was TBR veteran, and since I hit number 12 again, that means if I hit it one more time, I'll have to add another throw. And I really don't want to do that. TBR veteran, I have Out of the Easy by Ruda Sepetys. I did pick this one up, and then I didn't continue on, and then I took out the bookmark for whatever reason, because I couldn't remember shit. But I think I was thrown a little bit by the fact that this is not based off of real events. It's just a story she made up, compared to her other stories, which were really hard-hitting because they were based on real events, and I loved those books so much. So yeah, I think that's why I didn't continue with this. So I'm going to restart it. And I don't really know, but I think we follow the point of view of a prostitute's daughter, and that's all I know. So hopefully I will enjoy it. I did read like the first few sentences of it, and I was intrigued, so hopefully it will happen this time. Throw number 4. That was totally on. And the prompt was a retelling. And then for retelling I have once again on my TBR Slayer by Kirsten White. This is supposed to be sort of a retelling of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is one of my favorite TV shows. It's about Nina and her twin sister Artemis, and they are far from normal. They are actually they grew up in the Watchers Academy, which is basically a boarding school where teens are tried to guide future slayers. And you know, shit goes down because they have to fight evil forces and supernatural beings. And I love Buffy so much, but I'm scared to pick this one up because from what I've heard after picking it up, it doesn't have the best ratings. But I mean, I hope I like it. Throw number 5. Why do they just fall off? It was totally on. Yes. And the prompt for this one is to choose a book with at least 4 words title. And then for the 4+ words title, we have A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. This is a really short book. It's 286 pages. I'm trying to keep my TBR very small now when I have the Prairie of the Orange Tree on here. So I've had this book for a while. It's such a beautiful cover and I just adore it. And I don't really know anything about it. But it's supposed to be a modern fantasy about black mermaids, friendship and self-discovery set against the challenges of today's racism and sexism. So, you know, mermaids. Haven't read about that since Little Mermaid. So I really want to read this one. I've heard some mixed reviews about it, but I'm intrigued. And also it's a beautiful cover, so I really hope I love it so I can keep it. And we're off to throw number 6. So only 2 more throws unless I hit number 12 again. Whoa. Ooh, that was so close to number 12. Don't throw there. Yes. And this one is to read a book from my TBR pile of shame. And for TBR pile of shame, I have decided to read The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, because this is a shame indeed. This is like 800 and something pages. 804 pages. I have read like the first 10 of it, which is why it's on my TBR pile of shame. And it is a shame indeed. So I feel like this would probably take me like a week to read or something. So I might just dedicate an entire reading vlog to just finishing this book. And I don't really know a lot about this because it doesn't really say anything on it. The blurb you say, a world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens. And that's basically all I want to know. And I know there's dragons in it. People really seem to enjoy this book. I heard some whisperers about this not being a standalone anymore, that there might be another book on the horizon, so we'll see about that. But I am looking forward to reading it because I've read some hefty books recently. But yeah, this one scares me a little bit. And then we've come to the 7th and hopefully last throw. And we're gonna see what happens. Oh, come on. I'm trying to not aim for number 12. It's not going well, people. Jesus Christ, now I'm just missing on purpose, aren't I? I just really don't want to hit number 12. Come on, yes. The prompt is ebook or audiobook. For the prompt of ebook or audiobook, I decided to read to Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn. This is the 5th book in the Bridgerton series. And this one we follow Eloise Bridgerton, which is definitely one of my favorite characters in the TV show. In the books, unfortunately, she doesn't really get that big of a part. But you know, I really want to find out her story, and she is basically a spinster. She's been writing these letters to her dead cousin's, you know, widower, and she figures out that maybe I should just marry this guy because he seems perfect for me. She ends up on his doorstep and finds out that not only he's a widower and he's unruly and like ill-tempered and stuff, he also has 2 very unruly children, which he should have mentioned existed, but he did not. So it sounds really interesting. I have been really enjoying the Bridgerton books so far. So yeah, we look forward to reading this one. Yeah, those were all of the books for this month's TBR. Hopefully I will be able to plow on through them, even though I have the Prairie of the Orange Tree on my TBR, because that might be a hunker, but all of the other ones are really, really tiny and small. So, you know, I have hopes, people. I have hopes. So yeah, please let me know down below if you've read any of these books and also what you thought about them in this case. And yeah, I hope to see each other in the next one. Bye.